transit of Jupiter that everyone is talking about, Jupiter in Karka. Let's understand the theory behind Jupiter becoming exalted in the sign of Cancer first, and then we will go and understand how it is going to affect all the 12 lagnas ascendants to see that where the prosperity is coming. Now, in the Vishnu Purana, in the fourth book of Vishnu Purana, there are six chapters. Fourth book, in the chapter number 6, a great conflict arose when Chandra, the moon, abducted Tara, the wife of Brihaspati, that is Jupiter. This led to a celestial war called the Tarak Maya War. Eventually, Lord Brahma had to intervene here. You know, that okay, Tara should be returned back to the righteous husband, that is Jupiter. However, by the time this happened, she was already pregnant with Chandra's child, who later we know as Buddha Mercury. Now, the story of exaltation only begins here. See, unless and until we know why it got exalted and why it gives good result in the house of Chandra, then we are not understanding what this transit will do to us. Instead of destroying the moon's child out of spite, Brihaspati chose the path of dharma and accepted Mercury as its own child. That's why Mercury is generally considered to have two fathers, dual nature, Jupiter as well as Moon, fickle-minded because of rulership of Moon as father, and wisdom, intellect because Jupiter. So that's why when we look at Mercury, it has dual nature. Same way, here he realized that the mind, the moon, Chandra, is prone to waxing and waning, that is instability. And his roles as a guru was not to punish, but to stabilize and nourish and repair and teach. That's why, for the higher purpose of dharma, Jupiter said that no, I'm not going to cause any enmity here. I will come here to teach something very nice. Jupiter's exaltation in the moon sign Cancer represents the moment that Guru enters the house of the person who hurt him the most, and instead of cursing them, blesses them with his presence, because the nature of Guru, the real Guru or a real Santa or a real priest, will be the one who will actually take humiliation in a very lighter manner. He will not react, he will not get angry. There is a very great rishi that we call Durvasa Rishi. Because of the karmic pattern, he has so much good karmas that he accumulated so much of siddhis, which is called manifested powers, that he could curse anyone. But later he also get into a durdasha, and that's why Durvasa did not do very well in his life. Same way, a guru, a teacher, is someone who can even perform their duties in a very vipreet, very difficult conditions. You see, we go to school, kids are making fun of the teachers not quit every day, right? That is the power that Jupiter, Brihaspati, has given to teachers, to mentors, to motivators, where even humiliation adds to more power to you, so that you can become a great teacher, you can repair the problem. Now, wisdom reaches the highest store, that is exaltation, only when it can forgive the deepest emotional betrayal that moon has caused. That is why Jupiter in Cancer is the signature of a very, very big heart. Such people have the power of that. See, you have to understand the dots that is connected. Generally, I don't think so. I'm not saying other astrologers are stupid or they don't have any knowledge, but no one goes into this kind of a depth where they're actually explaining why is very important. If why is not great, then you're not going to make any difference with this transits are happening every minute. So understand that Jupiter, when it's Jupiter is coming into Cancer, first of all, you need to forgive your biggest rival, someone who's your biggest enemy. Forgive them, because then Jupiter will act like the natural way it is acting. So your wisdom should be much higher than enmity. Okay, that's the number one. Acha, sometimes enmities are so bad that we are into unnecessary trouble because of some person done something bad, some forgery. Don't leave them. I'm saying generic jealousy is what we should now end. Everyone, we are not very perfect, right? Everyone has some kind of, mm, we can say, some kind of weaknesses. This can be a weakness at this point of time. We need to diminish it. Now let's get into more or details of Jupiter's deepest point of exaltation, that is 5 degrees in the sign of Cancer, Karka. That falls in a nakshatra called Pushya Nakshatra, which is a nakshatra ruled by Shani Devta. but the deity. So there is nakshatra ruler, a planet, and there is a deity that rules that. The deity that rules Pushya is Brahaspati, Jupiter only. Now, when the Devas, that is the gods, were losing the power towards Asura demons, they needed a way to sustain their spiritual milk, that is the Ojas. Unless until there is milk, how will their babies grow? Example, that is the way. How will they grow? So, Lord Brahma said that, the wisdom that I have, I am busy in creating worlds, so don't come to me again and again. I will designate Brihaspati as a caretaker of the cosmic cow. Okay, which looks like this beautiful cosmic cow. I have it in front of me. This beautiful. Anyways, so once this was done, the the cosmic cow was now protected by Jupiter. What everyone was willing to do, the demons, especially, they wanted to kill. They wanted to kill the cow, or the udder of the cow. We call thana, the breast, or we can say the bag of the cow. They want to they wanted to cut it so that the milk does not come and they will not get any power. That's why the symbol of the Pushya nakshatra became the udder of the cow. The the we can say the thana. We can That's what in Hindi we say than. We say the nipples where the milk come from the cow. Cancer, that's why the sign of mother and the water of life. That's why it's so emotional. It's connected to cow. It's connected to the, what is it called? The the most pious being that is present on this, who's selflessly giving you milk. Mostly every child has to go through that cow milk process, or the buffalo, or the any of that sort, four-legged milk to survive in the beginning of their lives. Generally, 98% of people, 2% are lactose intolerant, they don't do it, but yeah, generally. Now, here, Jupiter was told that the knowledge would remain dry and theoretical like a desert unless he moved into the sign of water and nourishment, where he was hesitating because it was a sign of Cancer. He said, "This is my biggest enemy. How can I go there?" But for the greater good, Jupiter agreed to take his vast library of laws, rituals, and dissolve them into the water of Cancer. By doing this, he turned the dry law into compassion. He stopped just being a judge and became a provider. Rather than, keeping things to himself, he started sharing. So that's why he was given the lordship of Pushya Nakshatra. Then you will see what happened here. In the Thema Mundi, again a mystical chart of the world's creation, it shows that how world was created. The lagna of the world is Cancer, because without a mother, the world could not be born ever. That's why the lagna in the Thema Mundi became the Karka. That's why Karkat is called, the most nurturing sign. It is the sign of Ma Parvati. It is Ma Parvati Sakshat. Wherever your Karka, that means number 4, is there in your birth chart, it's Ma Parvati. It is called the Adi Shakti, the womb from where everyone is born. So when the world was created, were being born, incarnated, Jupiter stood in the first house, Cancer, to provide the divine spark of life, which is called Jiva. That is why, in many astrological terms, you will see that Jupiter is nothing but also mentioned, or also, how do I say it? Also called upon as a Jiva. Jiva. Jiva means life, because Jupiter also represents the soul's wisdom. Jiva and Cancer represents the womb. His exaltation is the story of soul finding its home. Now, there is a small summary here which I thought that I will tell you. Jupiter is a priest who's found in altar, right, in our temple. The altar in the human for humans is the heart. Cancer. Jupiter realized that the priest is useless in a palace or a library. No, it is a library is there, na, read knowledge, but who will give you practical information? That's why if he isn't here to comfort a crying child or the suffering, of the mother, that is Cancer, he is exalted because he chooses to bring the highest light into the most vulnerable place of creation. That's why Jupiter is called the Jiva. Jivatma also is called the life. Soul is a different thing, life is a different thing. Okay, life does not have memory. Life exists ever, like throughout. It is existing. Soul has memory. Soul is a part of life. Okay, so that's how you have to understand the point behind the exaltation, then you will see that when Jupiter entered into Cancer from 2nd of June 2026 till 31st October 2026, how it is going to be for you, what are the results that you're going to get, what are the power, what are the surrender you need to do, where your life will become very much better, where you're supposed to get reborn, where you're supposed to get into, we can say, get into a new life, like new, um, you will show your new ability. That's exactly how we will see during this time. Okay. So let's move to the all the signs and let's start with Aries. We will see that Brahaspati, Jupiter is going to be transiting into the fourth house. Same happened between 18th of October till 5th of December. But now this is going to be in a very different manner. That time it was, Atechari, it came here, it became retrograde, went back, and all the things. But right now, when Jupiter is transiting in the fourth house, this is the area where you have to end a lot of enmity related to your domestic life. People who have been constantly struggling, constantly fighting, either related to real estate, either related to, home related items, or somewhere, war between families. This is where you have to rest your case and become a much higher person, wisdom oriented person. Jupiter here, you will see that it's an excellent time for those people who want to do renovations, those people who want to invest into real estate, those who want to buy new vehicles. Generally people ask that we want to buy a new vehicle and this and that and whatnot. This is a very beautiful time. Also, when we talk about this kind of a period, it is emotionally also very great. So now see here, this is that exact place of creation from where creation happened in the universe also. So if you listen in the beginning of the video, or the first 10 minutes, you will understand how the creation of the world actually happened. Now, whether it is making relationship much better with your mother, whether it is making some kind of property, you are in a foreign country now, you make property in your homeland, and this becomes a very, very, in fact, buying property from abroad into your home country is also seen here. Home environment will also become kind of a sanctuary for your wisdom, for your stability. In fact, you will see that the nurturing quality that moon gives is there because of the sign Cancer. But when Venus comes here, it is going to make you much more happy, much more content, peaceful when it comes to your heart. Night is sitting on your heart. You will also see that emotionally you are grounded, and the power is not only the placement of Jupiter, but the aspects also, which I will talk about. This transit will also help you resolve that long term family issues, and that's why I'm telling you, you become a bigger person and say that, okay, all done, I am taking away, or there is no problem. And also when it comes to those who are working from home, those who are at their home, like inside that room, and you're working there, you see much more peace, much more contentment. And especially because of the aspects that we are going to talking, you will see that this kind of a Jupiter, something, because it is Atichari, very fast. Just see now, from 2nd of June till 31st of October, it will quickly go into the sign of Leo and then again come back. So till the time it is here, let's enjoy, because a lot of great things are going to be seen, especially related to peace, we can say family atmosphere, home atmosphere, your psychological well-being. Jupiter is the Bhagya, the destiny lord, sitting exactly eighth from the ninth house, which means that it will bring more and more progress related to your forward thinking, your analytical ability, your ability to listen to gurus and mentors and act accordingly. That's what this Jupiter does. Now with the transits, the fifth aspect of Brahaspati will be on the eighth house for you, which is the house of transformation. And especially because it's the fifth, it means that transformation related to your creative aspects, into your love life, and especially when it comes to getting into more depth to understand few things like occult sciences, like we can say research, those who are in PhDs, those who are doing research and whatnot. This becomes a very, very awesome time for you. Not only this, because of the aspect on the eighth house, those people who are struggling for inheritances, or there has been a lot of challenges or delays in court cases, you will see the progress, and such fast progress that you will not know how all the things are sorted right now for you. The seventh aspect of Jupiter will be on the 10th house for you, that will actually elevate your professional status. Because see, Jupiter is a planet of expansion. Rather than the placement of Jupiter, the aspect of Jupiters are very big boon. And it said that wherever the Guru will look, it will give you blessings. Wherever Guru is sitting, it will give you peace. Wherever it is looking, it will give you blessings. Here, it is, even if it is a debilitated aspect, somewhere you will see that your professional standing, your recognition, authority, power, rank, wealth, it is also, this house is the house of wealth, 10th house. It's a artha bhava. Artha means money. So because of the career status, your wealth also goes up. And because Jupiter is looking at the 12th house, this, see, Jupiter is making a very big moksha trikona here. So it is looking at the house of moksha, 8th house, looking at the house of 12th moksha and sitting in the house. So some very powerful detachment is also coming here. That means you are going to move away from a very big trouble, if I would say, put it that way. The ninth aspect of the Jupiter in the 12th house facilitates spiritual expansion, and also those who are already in a foreign country and they're not performing very well, things are not happening in a very right way for them. You'll see that progress is now happening in a very, very, quick manner. Those who were not having jobs, see, this is the time that you will get jobs. You have to be the first, the first point of this placement is the fear, because Jupiter is putting the fifth aspect on the eighth house, is the house of fear. The moment you will surrender your fear, the moment you will give away your fear, you will start seeing that great progress that is supposed to happen for you. It's a very, very beautiful and powerful transit. I know everyone is talking very good about it, but there's one small problem with Jupiter in the fourth house and sitting here. Those people who are going through heart troubles, those who have health problems, because it is also looking at the 12th house and it is also looking at the 8th house. So expenses related to health can happen. So that is something that underlying, every planet acts like Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. That means it acts as a something, as a, some creator, preserver, and destroyer. So this is the destroying quality of Brahaspati, Jupiter, that it can create some heart related issues or ailments which can be, which has to be taken, where you have to be very serious about such kind of things in your life. So very careful for your health. Also, see, it is the Lord of the 12th house sitting in the fourth house. That means sometimes expenses can happen because of either mother's health, either your health. So health wise, we want to be careful. Otherwise, we will see super progress in other aspects of your, still you are in the health area also you're protected, but only thing is, do not neglect. That's my suggestion. All the very best. Have a great and a beautiful time. And do subscribe. Huh? Aries people, I've seen that when your graph comes up, subscriber, which a sign gave more subscriber. Aries does not give. So I don't know. You have some problem with me? Tell me. Write down what problem is there. I will try to improve. But if you don't do them, YouTube is not pushing my content then it is your fault. Karma has to be in exchange, huh? Not only one way. The best. Take care. Have a great time. Let's move on to Taurus. Taurus, we will see that when Jupiter will move to the third house for you, it has already happened in just recent times when Jupiter was here in exalted state from 18th of October till 5th of December. So it has already happened. Now, what happens here is that with Jupiter moving into the third house, especially the area of your communication, your short distance travel, your relationship with your friends, your siblings, your associates, your colleagues, they start becoming very much more powerful. So, if there is any rift, battle, challenges, problems going on in that area, try to end it. Try to just sort it out. Because if you hear the story that I told in the beginning of the video, that how Jupiter in Cancer became the Jivatma, that means he became a Jiva Karaka, because he was supposed to be leaving we can say leaving his anger. So this is the time to actually become much more accepting, much more forgiving. Also, you will see that you'll find yourself in more articulated and things like writing, starting writing new vlogs, blogs, teaching. Those who are in things of digital content creation, those who are in those who will try to explore new and very promising digital opportunities. This is the kind of period that we are going through. We will see that short distance travel that have been not being very fruitful for you. You're doing short distance travel, but things have not been in the right space. You will start seeing that short distance travel also are going to become much more happy, like bringing you a lot of happiness for you. Also, with this kind of a time, you will see that uh, rather it is siblings, rather it is your immediate, neighbors or immediate people at your workplace, the people who share your desk or who are around you, you will start becoming much more collaborative, much more happy together. Not only that, because this the third house is the house of Parakrama, the energy, the power that you show. With Jupiter in such a power. See, imagine from 2nd of June till 31st October, Jupiter will cross the even Punarvasu nakshatra, then it will cross the nakshatra of we can say Pushya. He will seriously go into Leo so fast. That means Diwali period, just after Diwali, it will be in Leo. So this means that Jupiter is in super, it will give you quick results related to the third house activities, related to your courage, related to your communication, related to the action that you're supposed to take, related to partnership, something that you want to start right now, related to even workplace. Like in your workplace, if there are obstacles, challenges through your career, in your career, you will see a very great progress here. And the reason is to understand, when we look at any kind of planetary transits or whatnot, we have to look at the 10th, see, from the 10th house, the house of karma for you, it is exactly going sixth and getting exalted. That will remove all the obstacles from your workplace. So this is very good. In fact, it is the Lord of the 11th house as well as the 8th house coming eighth from itself. It brings you more progress in terms of longevity. It brings you more progress in terms of your health becoming very much better. And those people who have been suffering from chronic pain related to their neck, related to backbone, tailbone, all these areas, ear pains, you will start seeing some progress and start feeling very much better here. Also, your confidence in your personal talents will also become very much more higher. Like it will soar to a level that people will say there is some very nice change that has happened for you. That is the nature. And because Jupiter is a planet of wisdom, so you will take, and this is a very important house when it comes to the gains that you get from your social circles, from your social media, or sorry, from your creative ventures. See, fifth house is creativity, and exactly 11th from the fifth becomes the third house. That's why you will see here your confidence in your personal talent will soar, and also encouraging you to take very bold and calculated risks so that you get great speculative gains. Third house is the house of learning, skill development, and this is the house where Jupiter goes and involves into a new skill, learning into new technologies or sometimes even languages because of the aspects of Jupiter. But this transit will empower you to turn your ideas into actually reality. Like, I have an idea, I want to create an app, but now I'm really creating that. That's exactly what this period means to you. Now, we cannot forget the aspects of Jupiter. Aspects of Jupiter are like Amrita. They are the one that really actually work for us. That's why we will see the aspects. Before that, I want to tell you that do subscribe, and there is a WhatsApp group link in the description where we are now again discussing about astrology, about a lot of insights of astrology, where there is no chart reading there, but there is generally about questions of astrology, about nakshatras, about planets, about stories, about lineages and whatnot. So you can join that if you have interest in learning higher and depth of astrology. So all the very best. And that group is also there so that whenever I'm doing seminars, free seminars now related to few of the topics where we will see majority of the things. So all the best. Now moving to the aspects. Now, see, the fifth aspect of Jupiter is on the seventh house, which means new beginnings in terms of partnerships. It can be business partnership, but more or less, because the aspects of Jupiter are very expanding, this means it's a very great time for you to get into relationships, love life. In fact, those who are even, see, seventh house is seen for the second child. So, those who are planning for the second offspring, this is a very, very nice time for you. In fact, those who are very dependent or very alone and very dependent on their, what do you say, on their work and etc. And they don't have a very nice social life. This is the time that your social lives also start becoming very much better. There is going to be a lot of growth and harmony in terms of partnerships, in terms of marriage. So beautiful time. On top of that, we will see that it is also aspecting your ninth house of destiny. Now, remember, Everyone would say that it is a debilitated aspect, it will create problems, this, that, but generally try to understand the pattern of Jupiter. Jupiter's aspect, even in debilitation, is bringing some kind of wisdom only to us. And because it is the ninth house of higher learning, luck, devotion, your luck will be at peak during this time. And when it comes to travel, also, when it comes to gurus, you will get the right mentorship at this point of time, because Jupiter is going to really give you great benefits only. So this is again turning out to be one of the great placement, great aspect of Jupiter. So don't worry about it. Only thing, blind trust is not what we want to do. Blind following of any religion or blindly being fanatic is exactly should be avoided. That is small negative part, because Jupiter will give expansion to your religious beliefs. Sometimes religious beliefs can be fanatic as well, so we want to be holding on to that situation. And when Jupiter looks at the 11th house here, this is where it guarantees that fulfillment of desires, financial gains, that large gains through destiny. Ninth aspect, that means kripa, that means a blessing on the 11th house. And here, this is the house of income, gains, elder siblings, something to do with more of your social circle. So this is the time to connect to lot of people, because you never know who is sitting with that, pitara, we can say, with that box that opens and gains and gains and gains that we see. So try to be extrovert. This is also the time to take a lot of humanitarian efforts. Go and do some service, humanitarian efforts. That is the nature of this transit of Jupiter. But it turns out to be one of the best transits. Just imagine a planet like Jupiter exalted in the third house. Those people who are very lazy, those who don't feel like doing anything, like me. I am very lazy, right? Only work 16, 17 hours a day. You will get motivated that yes, man, I have to work 24 hours now. I cannot stop. And once, see, the point is, we are working, but if we don't get any result out of it, then we feel demotivated. But this Jupiter has to give you results. That's why we will not feel demotivated. Absolutely great time. And especially those who are going to Jupiter Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantar Dasha, and whenever the Sukshma and the Prana Dasha will come, you will see the benefit of this beautiful planet Jupiter. Very, very nice, very nice, very, very great. Like really powerful. Enjoy. Saturn, those who are going to Sadesati, it's going to aspect Saturn. Ninth aspect. Saturn is going to slow down. Saturn is not going to give you any bad results. So you are in super luck. Okay, all the very best, and do subscribe. And there is a WhatsApp link in the description if you want personal readings. So see your chart and your karmic pattern. But that's okay. I'm giving you a lot of insights here only. You don't need personal reading right now. But if required for some pressing concerns, you can go down, and WhatsApp group is also there. All the very best. Let's move now to Gemini. Move towards Gemini, here Jupiter, Brihaspati becomes the Kendra Lord for you. So Kendra Lord has a very big meaning. Huh? That means it owns Vishnu Stan. So it is very powerful. And once we talk about Brihaspati, Jupiter transiting into the second house of money, this proves to be a very beneficial transit for you, because obviously, who does not like money? So money wise, we will see some great progress. We will also see that the financial growth, your resources, your fixed assets, your immovable property, everything will be at a very great peace. And the larger perspective of this Jupiter transiting into the second house is the accumulation of wealth, that they will see that great accumulation of wealth is supposed to happen. Now, Jupiter being the Kendra Lord, especially the 10th house Lord, sitting in the second house at this point of time in transit, is going to help you gain through your career also, through research also, and even debt that we have been accumulating for a very long period of time is also going to go away from your life. So this 1 year of Jupiter, actually it is, see, from 2nd of June till 31st of October, it will be immediately moving from Cancer to Leo. This is called an Atichari movement, very fast movement. But it is again going to get retrograde for um, 4 months, not 3 months, I think 4 months, and it is going to come back to your sign of Cancer. So it's a very powerful transit, and it is like 1 year, not even half year, and you will see two transits happening of Jupiter. It'll also go into the Leo on 31st of October. Now, since the second house is about values, the family values, those who are in family business, those who are doing something uh, related to family, some karmas related to family, will also see great progress at this point of time, and pious progress. That means something where a lot of things that has been stuck related to family money also, family income also will also improve. So it's a very nice placement. Overall, we will also see that when it comes to the second house is the house of your speech, the way you speak. How, and because Jupiter is there, so your speech will now start having much more wisdom. Like you may now feel, and your voice will be heard, your voice will be valued at this point of time. That is how we will see. And because of this speech, and because of negotiations, and because of talking right things at the right place at the right time, that is the opportunity that Jupiter is bringing for you. You will see that it is going to be more, the sources of income are going to be more sustainable as well as long term. That's what we require. We require stability in life, and that we can expect with this beautiful transit of Jupiter. We will also see with this transit your voice, when it comes to your those people who are in marketing, in sales, in any kind of procurement, those who are working towards always speaking, like teachers, like occultists like us, who are always speaking, you will see a great progress. Like wherever, if your job, if your work requires you to speak creatively, always very nice ways, then see the point here. The 10th house lord has come exactly fifth from itself and become exalted, which means that you are going to have very creative speech. Those who are singers, those who are performers, very good time. Those who are voiceover artists, very good time for you. In fact, if there is any public facing role, because seventh house lord, right? Seventh house is your public facing. The short term temporary partnerships also that you make is all seen from the seventh house. If any of these things are matter of concern to you, you will see progress into this time. Now, also you will experience, because second house is the house of food and Jupiter is connected to food. Look at the Jupiter, big belly, like Kubera, very powerful in eating. Eating habits are very like, see, Pandit Ji's, na, big tummy. This is where your food habits also become very good, which means that there will be lot of recovery of health. If health has been a concern, the second house is always called a death inflicting house. It's a maraka. Here moon becomes that planet for you who can give you health problems, because Jupiter is coming here. It will end a lot of diseases, lot of health problems. You will start recovering, and a great transformation period related to your eating habits happen. So many people, because of this transit, and if you're going to Jupiter Mahadashanta Dasha by any chance, you will start turning to become more sattvic eater, like eating more sattvic foods. That's also seen during this period, because you will see that you know healthy habits, eating habits are there now. Family values are becoming very good. Monetary benefit is happening to you. This period will also tell you to organize now the incoming money into great investments that can offer some long term security. So it's not like only money is coming, the money can be now used to invest for long term gains. But somehow we should be careful about speculative investments that is related to your stock market and share market, because Jupiter is putting an aspect, debilitated aspect on the eighth house. That means sometimes sudden losses can happen. So we don't want to make very big risk or take very big risk in the speculative space. Your sense of that self-worth will be very enhanced at this point of time. See, because Jupiter is looking at the house of karma, and it is making a very great combination. So whenever Jupiter transits, na, it makes combination with either dharma, artha, kama, moksha, any of the purusharthas. Here it is going to be making a very great progress because it is sitting in the second house. It's called artha, money. Jupiter is money himself. Significator of wealth is knowledge. है ना? Ma Saraswati. If you have Ma Saraswati, Lakshmi, Ma Lakshmi never leaves you. If you only have Ma Lakshmi and you don't have Saraswati, Ma Lakshmi will leave you. That is the way to go about it. And because here from Jupiter is looking, sitting in the second house and looking at the sixth, at the 10th house, this is called a trikona. It's called a trikona of Artha. That means monetary wise, there is going to be great profit. Now let's talk about the aspects that Jupiter is going to put and what kind of results you can expect from the aspects. The fifth aspect of Jupiter will be on the sixth house that will provide you the strength to overcome all the obstacles, all the challenges, diseases, health problems, enemies, loans. disputes, some injury that you've been trying to recover from. This Jupiter balances it and help you recover. Those who are also in some government related fights, you may all judicial fight, like judiciary problems, you will also see some progress, and you will get very very great benefits. Also, because of your eating habits and your daily routines are going to be in sync, and you are going to improve your health drastically. So this is a very great news. With Jupiter putting an aspect on the seventh aspect on the eighth house. Now this is the house of moksha, house of secrets, house of research, house of secret wisdom. This is also the time that you will become extremely intuitive with what kind of partner to choose. Are we working in the right collaboration? And you will generally start researching more about the people you are working with, because Jupiter is the lord of the 10th house and the 7th house here. So it's more related to work wise. You will become more vigilant. Those who are working into complex matters like coding, those who are doing data analytics, those who are doing cyber security, those who are in forensics, those who are in money laundering, that compliance kind of an area, those in law and order, you will see a massive surge in the work. Now we can say work precision. Your work will be at a very precision level. Very nice. And with this Jupiter looking at the eighth house, you will also understand that when it comes to your belief system about dharma, about karma, you will get a very nice transformation related to the thought process. And that is a good news added advantage for this Jupiter's beautiful transit. Jupiter's ninth aspect, which is one of the most powerful aspect that anyone can expect, is on the 10th house of your career. So what career wise, you will see some progress related to growth, prestigious growth, that you will see your ability to perform on career platforms, either in business, either in job, either as a consultant, will become much more wisdom oriented. People will want to collaborate with you. It's not like your time is good, because of the energy that will be showing out right now. People will want to collaborate with you, and there is possibility of lot of career leaps that you will take. Like generally with this fast Jupiter, there is possibility of fast changes in your career. So you may join somewhere in 6 months, you may be at a higher post at a different level at a different company. So a lot of job changes are also coming, but it will be for your real benefit only. One more important thing that this kind of period brings to us is that dignity, our aura, our power is great. Generally, when the 10th house lord goes to the second house, and even when you look at 7th house lord has gone to the second house, that means there is a major transformation in your public image. Eighth from the seventh of public image, major transformation when it comes to your standing in the market, in the public. And see, we are talking logic, right? Everything is in front of you. It's not like made up. Everything is in front of you. So logic. If by chance you're going in this period through Jupiter Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantardasha, then this turns out to be more benefit for you. Awesome for you. Yeah? Very good. All the very best. This is a time to get power or control in your hands. Like many people will get into position where they will control other people's fate also. Try to be as generous, as wisdom oriented as you can be. All the very best. So in the description, I put a WhatsApp group link. If you have any keen research related mindset, then you can join that group. Secondly, no chart readings, huh? It's only for research, only for specific research pointers that you will give me. I will not give you. I am giving you every day. Secondly, you will also subscribe, because then this my channel will come a little bit up. And why should I not demand progress and growth for me if it is happening for you? So it is give and take. Okay, all the best. And those who are subscribed, thank you so much. Dandavat pranam to you, and all the best. I will see you in the next video. Many good things are happening this year. Now Saturn is going to go retrograde in July. That's a big event, so we will be uncovering everything beforehand so that we can take the right decision at the right point of time. All the very best, and take care. Moving on to Cancer, Karka. Now, generally, when a planet like Jupiter, who's such a benefic planet, comes to the Lagna, comes to the ascent, it has already happened last year between October and December. It was already there. Now, again, in a very powerful manner, you will see Jupiter is coming to dominate your charisma, your you can say your aura. everything around you will be related to Jupiter's energy. Suddenly, your mindset will become more wisdom oriented. Your personality, your personal growth will happen at a very fast, very quick level. You may not expect sometimes that how things are moving so quickly, but because Jupiter, the Jiva, is moving so quickly, things are going to be manifesting very quickly in your life. In the beginning of the video, I have explained why Jupiter got exalted in the sign of Cancer. Generally, people say Jupiter is exalted in Cancer because it's the water sign. Why? It is the biggest enemy. Once you understand that, then you will understand how this transit is going to actually convert for you, how it is going to help you. So please listen to that. Otherwise, this is just, you are just an opportunist, then you have just come to see what is happening in my life and go away, but you're not understanding why it is happening. As an exalted transit, this also marks a period of self discovery where you will try to even bring forward your weaknesses on surface, and this is the right time for you to write down that okay, these are my 5 weaknesses and I need to work on it, because this Jupiter gives you that alignment so that you can come closer to the life purpose. Jupiter is wisdom, right? Your wisdom is coming to overall every aspect of your life. So sometimes use that wisdom to remove negativity from your life. That's number one thing. Because of this, and because of Jupiter being in such a nice place, and it will enter into Pushya Nakshatra where it becomes very powerful at the fifth degree, you will also see that confidence is one thing, but optimism, being very optimistic about your life, even sometimes some small challenges related to relationship, because you're putting a debilitated aspect of seventh house, some small challenges are there, you will still overcome them with lot of positivity, that it's okay, it was meant to happen. Rather than crying over it, you will be moving forward in a very nice way. Also, naturally positive opportunities, people from different cultures, people, education, learning from different sources are also predicted at this point of time. First house is also the physical health. It also tells us that how and what ability do we have to transform ourselves. Like, are we getting motivated to transform ourselves now? And see what has happened. The sixth house lord has come to the Lagna, which is exactly eighth from the sixth house. That means a major transformation related to your habits, to your health is also coming. Wealth is wealth, and fame and name is there, but also health. Health wise, we will see some major transformations. This means that your vitalities, your vitals are going to become much more powerful, and you're going to, reverse lot of health problems that you have been going through. So it's a great time. This becomes a very golden window for you to initiate some of the personal projects that have been hiding in your heart. You have been discussing with people that I want to do this, I want to do this. This is the time to explore that. This is the time to take risk. Because your Bhagya Lord is exactly sitting in the Lagna. Your destiny is now telling you to take risk, don't worry about anything. Your destiny is with you. In fact, I would suggest that because it is the house of Cancer, it is related to emotions. Jupiter will give you wisdom through your gut feeling. So please go with your inner wisdom, gut feeling, because this decisions that you make right now will be very long lasting. Either good, either bad, both will be very long lasting. So we want to make sure we make good decisions, but from the gut feeling. And the consequences are going to be really beneficial. So even if there is 1% of failure that you've tasted at this point of time, it will bring great learning so that next time you don't make any kind of big mistakes. Very important, because this is a significant phase of personal enlightenment, personal empowerment. Every, like, a planet like Jupiter, who's getting diggable directional strength in the first house, how can you say that it can create something wrong for you? So you are absolutely in strength, and the out of all the ascendants, you are the most powerful ascendant for getting this beautiful strength. So lucky. Now, Jupiter has aspects. We are going to discuss about aspects also in detail, so that you do not miss out on certain opportunities that aspects can create for you. But before that, I will tell you one thing: you need to subscribe. Otherwise, my aspect will become bad on you. Huh? Then I am Rahu right now. I will put some bad aspect on you, and then illusion I will put on your mind. Just kidding. I'm just saying. Just If you subscribe, it gives that boost to the channel, man. Many of you have already done, but many come and just they go. So it's okay. But there should be give and take. I feel the energy of the universe has to be in balance. Now, the fifth aspect of Jupiter is on the fifth house for you, which means that this is the aspect of creativity, this is the aspect of intellect, educational. Those people who are, or children, or those students who are in education will see a sudden boost, especially those who have been missing on the deadlines related to their education in a foreign country. Those people who are missing off, sometimes you give exams and you miss by 1 or 2 marks. This is the time that this period enhances you to get great results in exams. Also, when it comes to this kind of a point, you will see that your love life becomes much more, what you say, much more comfortable. This is the time that if you're looking for a partner, you may find a person with the same mindset, wisdom oriented person who can come to your life and make it enhanced better. Very nice placement. Also, because it is the fifth house of speculative gain, share market and stock market, you will see that this time your share and stock market or decisions that you take related to speculation becomes much more safe, so you can play on bigger bets. With Jupiter looking at the seventh house with a debilitated aspect. Now, this is a debilitated aspect. Jupiter and Venus are two diplomatic planets in birth chart. Okay, so Jupiter is also diplomatic, Venus is also diplomatic. Venus is more diplomatic than Jupiter. But because Jupiter is in directional strength and it is looking at the seventh house, you will see that when it comes to success in partnership, you'll have to manipulate little things, like it have to be more diplomatic rather than direct. Sometimes the debilitated aspect of like if you tell someone you are stupid, a stupid person stupid, he will feel bad. Rather, you say the same thing but in a different manner. That is the way to look at this kind of aspects, so that your partnerships also, end of the day, what we need peace, we need that our work should be done. So rather than confronting and being blunt or being aggressive, it is a time for you to use your wisdom and manipulate to, not for non-righteous reasons, for righteous reasons, manipulate and make your statement. Now, Jupiter is putting an aspect on the ninth house, which is the most powerful aspect, and you need this aspect because Saturn is present. When Jupiter starts putting aspect on Saturn, Saturn's harsh qualities become little bit of, it's under the control of a guru, under the control of, actually, Lord Vishnu himself. It is exactly being seen by Lord Vishnu. So Saturn also calms down, so you will see a more calming, like the isolation that you've been going through because of the Saturn's third aspect on the 11th house. You will see that more and more relief you will get in that isolation. But because ninth house aligns with your dharma, here Jupiter is making a very big statement also, because see, from the lagna, it is looking at the fifth and the ninth house. So there is a dharma trikona that has been completely created here. And when it comes to calm, the desire, Jupiter is putting it debilitated, so your desire is not bigger, your dharma becomes bigger at this point of time. That's why it will open door towards a lot of spiritual growth, long distance travel, exploring, getting new knowledge, getting gurus in your life, teachers in your life. That is the nature of this beautiful Jupiter, which is transiting in your lagna. And it is Atichari. That means you will see that 31st of October it will be in Leo also, and in Magha Nakshatra with Ketu to control Ketu, so that you can get the righteous position in October. So whatever you will build now, you will eat the fruits in October or November 1st onwards. So make the best of this time. This is not the time to waste. This is not the time to, this is sit on your ideas. It is the time to implement those ideas, bring those ideas to life. Okay, all the very best, and do subscribe. I told you, problem. There is a WhatsApp group also which I have posted below. So if you have good research points about astrology, if you have done some great research, why not join that and also listen to other people's research? It's not a chart reading, it is only for research. Okay, only for if you have any keen interest in astrology, then join. If you want to come and spam like I putting your birth chart and asking questions, then no, you're not invited there. I will remove you from the group. It needs to be more on a larger level, to understand astrology at a larger level, and then apply it on yourself, right? Apply it on yourself, but learn. That's the way. Thank you. All the very best. Take care. I will see you in the next video. And let's move on to Leo Simha. So now, see, I am also Leo, just like you. No difference between you and me. We are all same now. Whatever is happening to you is happening to me also. I am also going through the Mahadasha, that is for the Jupiter's house, that is the sign of eighth house Mahadasha. Now, understand the point of Jupiter in the 12th house. The 12th house, Jupiter here makes a Viparit Raja Yoga. The 8th house Lord in the 12th house, which means that there can be sometimes difficulties here. There can be sometimes challenges. And the challenges and difficulty will not come on a material level, because Jupiter has nothing to do. Jupiter is the significator of the 5th house. Its Mahalakshmi is very nice, no problem. But it can make you transform on a very spiritual level. It is the time that you will become more, the introspection will become much more higher. You will try to become much more introvert. You will not be the one who will enjoy all these parties and events and whatnot. Rather than, you will focus more time with your own self. Solitude here is actually a reward at this point of time. You will want to be isolated. The kind of personality if you have, where you are outgoing and partying, and suddenly will turn to like 10% of your 100%. Now, expenditure also might get increased. Now, see, whatever Jupiter is getting exalted in the 12th house, the 12th house qualities will also expand, right? So, income is also higher, but expenses will also be higher. And at this point of time, you will see that expenses that are going to be happening is going to be happening for good deeds. It is going to be happening, it's called a good debts will increase at this point of time, because the expenses are going to be more purposeful, like charity, like spiritual retreats, like international ventures. That's what it is. Like, see, I decided, I'll tell you, I'm Leo like you. I decided that when Jupiter enters into the sign of Leo, Jupiter enters into the sign of Cancer for Leo, for me, I will start my trust, because I want to create a nice ashram. I don't know who is coming there, who's not. I don't even care. I just want to make a very sustainable, nice living ashram. In India, there is ashram everywhere, but in North America, there is very less places where you can go and, you know, rejuvenate yourself. So that is my beginning of that is starting here. Let's see, that's my goal. I want to do this. And I will start it when Jupiter is exalted and in Atichari movement, so that my motivation does not go away. So that's the kind of things that you should think about. Like, if you're thinking of starting something, then this becomes the right time for you. Because if expenses done with Guru in command, with Guru in right place, then we will not go wrong, right? So that's why you will find lot of profound comfort in doing expenses at this point of time, and you will want to be, into seclusion, into meditation, also gaining a lot of deep insights into your subconscious patterns. This is the time to listen to your aura, listen to your gut feeling, listen to inner voice. Like, your subconscious mind will start protecting you, start giving you answers before the questions are even coming. So you will get more intuitive at this point of time. Also, if you go in the beginning of the video, I told about why Jupiter becomes exalted in the sign of Cancer, like Moon who abducted his wife and made her pregnant so that Mercury was born. There is a This is what gurus are for. Gurus are here to forgive you. So listen to that 10-minute story and understand the quality of Jupiter being exalted. So you will real understand the real essence of astrology. Otherwise, this is an opportunist behavior. Otherwise, that, okay, what is happening in my life, and just do it. We all come here to evolve ourselves into a greater personality, so that we can go towards the light. If we don't evolve ourselves, then we are going toward darkness. Now, this period encourages you to let go of that outdated burdens, clearing your path for future growth. And especially, you will seek wisdom at this point of time through silence. The more you are sitting silently, the more great things are going to come to you. You will see that those who are involved in isolated work environment, those who are in foreign countries, those who are in hospitals, those who are in jails, those who are working behind the scenes, those who are writing, those who are actors, like, you have to be always behind the camera. Something that is done in silence, research, medical research, those who are labs, those who are working in cyber security, those who are working coding behind the scene. No one is knowing that this software that we are using right now is done by this person. Like, that kind of jobs, those who are doing, you will see a massive growth. at this point of time, because obviously at some point of time people working in the background also needs to get recognized and rewarded, right? So this is that period for you, which will give you recognition and rewards. Also, you will see that this is the time that inner renewal, you will have that energy, that surge in you for rejuvenating yourself. So it's like a rebirth. Like 12th house is endings of many things and getting rebirth. Like from today, like I'm making this video on 23rd of April. And today I told last night I got up in the night and I thought, you know what, I think I should fast for 30 days. I know it's a very big challenge, but let me try this. This is the transformation that Jupiter brings to you, and it is moving there to the exalted placement. So it will bring everything beforehand only. That let's transform ourselves. With this, there are aspects of Jupiter that we need to talk about. The fifth aspect, the seventh aspect, and the ninth aspect. So quickly, I will tell you. Before this, you have to subscribe. You are Leo. If you don't support me, na, then when I meet you in hell or heaven, wherever we are, we will have a fight. So you have to support. Anyways, I think I will go to hell only because the past deeds were not good. Now it is good. पहले बहुत खराब काम किया है भाई. Anyways, the fifth aspect of your Jupiter is on the fourth house, which is the house that is related to property, nurturing. It is the house that is will enhance your property related comforts. Also, when it comes to domestic peace and happiness, you will start experiencing at a very, very nice level. But great for people who are trying to close on property. This time between 2nd of June and 31st of October, sudden loan and debts will also increase because Jupiter is looking at the sixth house over your debts. It will give you it will improve good, it will make good debts for you. So that is the good thing for you. Good debts will come. But on top of that, you will see that workplace fiction can also come, because this is the point where it puts a debilitated aspect. So sometimes workplace now we have a little bit of rift, battle, challenges, fight and whatnot. So we want to be very careful in that aspect. With Jupiter here looking at the sixth house will also make sure that you can overwork yourself, overburden yourself, and health wise this can create a little bit of backlog for you. Because of health, you may have to sometimes lose. So please plan. You need a daily routine at this point of time. You need to have a calendar. You need to start writing down things. And with Jupiter looking at the eighth house, this is the complete house of transformation. This facilitates healing and mastery over that complex, transformative psychological challenges. You suddenly turn out to be a very different person. And since Saturn is sitting in Pisces at the moment, Jupiter's aspect on Saturn also relaxes the energy of Saturn. So it cannot cause delays, trouble, or harm when it comes to your career section. So overall, you see this kind of Jupiter transiting into the sign of Cancer is bringing you more blessings than challenges. And especially if you're going through Jupiter, Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantar, Sukshma, Prana, whenever Mahadasha, Antardasha, any of the Jupiter sub period or period will come, you will see the leap of progress, progress, again progress. That's the way to look at this kind of a transit. Okay. All the very best. So we have a deal that you will subscribe. So I'm very happy. Those who have already subscribed, thank you so much. You are the best. Always be the best. Leo people are kings, man. Kings and queens are very open heart. They like, take this, man, whatever you want. So you should do that. Okay. All the best. Take care. Have a beautiful time. I will see you in the next video. And there is a WhatsApp group that I have made for research purposes, not for chart reading, for research purposes. It's in the link below. You can join that and we can get into a lot of research-based topics and research-based talks. Okay. Thank you. I will see you in the next video and bye-bye. I will move to Virgo. We talk about Virgo. We will see that Jupiter is not only transiting, it is a Kendra Lord. It is a Lord of your, quadrants doing a transit. And especially when it comes to your fourth as well as your seventh house Lord, which is a very big deal. Generally, these people, you will see in the current few months, that it is going to bring you a lot of profit when it comes to real estate or some gains through your partnerships, because that is the houses that Jupiter has command over in this birth chart. When Jupiter is traveling into the 11th house, it is becoming exalted, but it is in very atichari movement. That's why from 2nd of June 2026 till 31st of October 2026 this transit is going to happen. Now while this 11th house can be see, like things related to your social circles, your friends, your dreams, your hopes, your aspirations, your goals. That is the nature of the 11th house. This transit puts a right foot for social expansion. This is the time that you will see that the network that you will create, or the network that you will get into or get introduced to, will be huge, humongous, and that is going to bring you a lot of profit. See, it is not like without when we join our first job, before that we don't know anyone, right? Then we start making friends, contacts, and whatnot. So this is the time that those contacts which you have made from a very longer period of time. That's why Jupiter is Punarvasu, right? There are 3 degrees of Punarvasu here. That means a lot of things that have done, that has happened in the past. Many people that you have worked with the past may also they may reappear in your life. And that's why your long term goals will be finally in your reach, and you will get a lot of support from your friends, your mentors, elder siblings, and sometimes even in the workplace we feel that sometimes, you're like my big brother, you're like my big sister. That is where exactly you will see start getting gains from mentors, especially those who have been there holding your hands to take you forward in your life, will actually help you during this time. A lot of help is coming from that side. This is also an ideal time to scale up your business. Those who have been thinking for a very long time that I want to start something, start new things, startups, where I want to, take public opinion, or maybe do some small testing where I put a product out and see that what is the reaction of people, then this becomes the right point for you to do such actions as well. When we look at Jupiter, we also understand that Jupiter is a very benefic planet. It is not harmful, right? It is benefic. If it is not giving you very good results, it will never give you very bad results. That is the nature of Jupiter. That's why you will see that your desires will manifest more easily. And if it's not manifesting, that means something that is going on right will not turn out to be evil or bad for you. So it's like a very balanced placement of Jupiter. Now Jupiter becomes exalted, which means, it is those who research on astrology, those who know a little bit of things, they will you should understand, you should feel that how the hell this planet like Jupiter, who is the biggest enemy of Moon is the biggest enemy here. If you see that, Moon abducted the wife of Jupiter, and still Jupiter becomes exalted in the sign of Cancer. Now, there is a very, very deeper meaning to it, and that's what I've explained in the first 10 minutes of the video about the story of how Jupiter and why Jupiter becomes exalted in the sign of Cancer. So, understand that, sometimes, uh, our biggest strength is to forgive. And if you don't have the power to forgive our people in our social circles, our friends, in the past, there may be instances, there may be problems where you might have had a little bit of plus minus challenges with your friends, etc. This is the time to forgive them. Because of this transit of Jupiter being exalted here, you will see that a lot of like-minded people, a lot of people with wisdom, a lot of people with exactly the someone who are very motivated for their goals will also meet you, and you will travel together. That means not travel like you will go from New York to LA. You will travel means you will walk hand on hand to achieve that bigger goal in life. See, this is the time for you to especially stay focused on your public image, because seventh house lord. It is also the time for you to give a little bit of more importance to your home, to your house. Because what happens in such cases is that generally with Jupiter in the 11th house, and because it's the fourth house lord, we try to neglect our home because it has gone exactly eighth from the fourth house, which means that there is a big transformation that is required for your home. This is the time that you may be purchasing new property, you may be doing renovation. In fact, not only home, it comes to the family. There will be some great, changes in the family structure also that you will see. With this, you should stay focused on this professional trajectory that, you have to go up, 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 because you are going to get some very great long lasting opportunities for success as well as public recognition also. So it's a very beautiful transit. Now, not only here, the aspects are very important of Jupiter, right? The fifth, seventh, and the ninth aspect, we cannot, we cannot even 50% of the predictions all depends over the aspects of Jupiter. The fifth aspect of Jupiter, as you can see, is going on the third house for you. The third house is the house that is related to your, your courage, your initiation. Like somewhere, how when will you initiate something? When will you start something? Is what the third house really means. That's why this kind of a Jupiter enhances your ability to take risk. It enhances your communication abilities. It enhances your courage. That's why I told you, if you have been setting up an idea for a long period of time, I will do this also and that also and this also, and if you have not taken any action, then please come to the right senses, because this is where you have to take action. You have to show your creativity. You maybe in a hidden way, because we don't want to reveal everything right now, but you have to show your creativity at this point of time, so that you can take the righteous actions for your life. Also, when it comes to helping or taking help of younger siblings, either helping, either taking of on the younger siblings, your neighbors, your this is the time for you to provoke yourself that I need to do it now. There is no way I'm stopping here. Okay. And because it is looking at from the 11th house, looking at the third house, it is also the house of social media. Those who are digitally trying to have progress, make some digital statements for themselves, this is a very beautiful and right time for you. One thing is that, see, I'm also on digital platform, and you are the person who can help other people grow digital. Those who are in digital marketing, those who are in sales, those who are in analytical work. So it's very nice, and that's why you should subscribe to the channel AC Astro, because if you don't do this, then your Jupiter is not working nicely. Then you're not helping other people promote. So do subscribe, huh? And those who are subscribed, thank you. So Jupiter is looking at the fifth house with the seventh aspect. Now this refines your intelligence, your educational ability, or ability to understand becomes much more higher. That's why this fifth house is also called the house of institutions, starting up of new things. It is the offspring. It is the chart's fruit to you. It says what you can create yourself. With children, you can create yourself only. Na? Third party is not creating children. So this is that house which creates something. That's why you will get speculative success also when it comes to a little bit of careful when it comes to speculative investments, because when it comes to share market, stock market, it's a debilitated aspect of Jupiter. So if you don't go with proper wisdom, proper learning, you may have some challenges when it comes to losses. It supports speculative success because all the aspects of Jupiter are very pious, but still we want to be very careful and not take things for granted. And it gives you happiness from your children also, education also. But this is the best aspect of Jupiter going on the fifth house. This is the time that it solidifies your partnerships, you gains from your spouse, gains to your spouse, and in partnership, in relationship, it increases that mutual trust, that mutual respect, that dependence. Somewhere at this point of time, someone from your social circle comes to you as a mentor, as a guru, as a teacher, and becomes your partner. So uh, you know uh, don't miss out on opportunities at this point of time. You need to understand that no, not even 1% of opportunity you can miss. Okay, all the very best. I hope that you got a little bit of clarity about this Jupiter transit in detail. That's why I'll tell you more and more things that are actually useful for you. So do subscribe, as just so I told you. You have to enhance other people's network also. And there is a WhatsApp group link also I've posted below, where you can come for research, not for chart reading, but for more of research. So all the best. I will see you in the next video. Now let's move on. Best people on earth are Libra people, actually. Huh? Next life, I will be Libra. And there is a very big reason, because my guru is also Libra, Mr. K. N. Rao sir. And great divine people are Libra. Anyways, when it comes to Libra ascendant people, you will see that Jupiter, Brahaspati, it's not a very great planet when it comes to your chart, because it is the planet that rules your third house of communication and effort, and the sixth house of obstacles. Now, by God's grace, it is going to become exalted in the 10th house. Generally, I know many people like Libra are the highest, like highest database in my what do you call, I've done the most appointments with Libra people only. So I see so many people with this kind of Jupiter, which exalted here. One of my very good friends, she's a financial insurance expert. She owns insurance. She also has Jupiter here exalted. Anyways, coming now, this Jupiter in the 10th house is significantly going to bring lot of career changes at this point of time, and not career changes related to on a superficial or very surface level. It is going to be very deep conversion or deep transformation in your career at this point of time. See, the nature of Jupiter is to do expansion. It has to expand things, right? So here it comes and it expands the horizons of your career. It's like that you have been focusing only on one area of life. There is possibility that new sources of income can be generated at this point of time, when it comes to growth, when it comes to stability, and when it comes to recognition. So sometimes we're keeping on working hard and hard and hard, but we never get any favors, we never get any recognition. This time is when Jupiter goes here and will empower you for recognition as well. Authority figures, or we can say mentors, teachers, you will see that wisdom will come from left, like east, west, north, south, everywhere. The wisdom is going to keep coming to you, and the reason for this is the nature of Jupiter in Pushya Nakshatra. So Jupiter gets exalted at 5 degrees in Pushya Nakshatra. You know, it's Saturn's nakshatra, but Jupiter is the presiding deity for that nakshatra. Like every nakshatra has a nakshatra lord and has a deity associated. Brahaspati becomes that deity because this. Why? When sun goes into Pushya Nakshatra, it's called Ravi Pushya Nakshatra, and Ravi Pushya, people do so much of celebration because it is one of the most amazing nakshatra related to creation. In the beginning of the video, na, I have discussed for this 10 minutes, na, is why Jupiter gets exalted, what is the reason of exaltation, why in the sign of enemy it becomes exalted, how powerful it ends. It ends few things when it comes to this nakshatra or this sign. You have to read it there, because that will give you clear idea about how powerful this time is. Now, if you have been striving for the next promotion, for leadership roles, for recognition, I told you that this is one of the best times that you can experience great positive things. Also, when it comes to see the sense of your higher purpose, that okay, I am working, but what am I contributing to the world? What am I contributing to people around me? What is the service that I'm doing? Sixth house Lord in the 10th house. It will bring you towards, and 10th house is not only profession. People have taken it only in the wrong sense. It is karma bhava. That means it tells you what kind of karmas you are going to accumulate at this point of time. What kind of karmas you are going to bring, bring life to. That's why this is the time that your work will gain a sense of higher purpose, and your ethics will also be admired by the people around you. Sometimes, I was looking at Shark Tank. There is a person who came on Shark Tank, and he was such a righteous person. He made something for the farmers. You must have seen that. It's very viral clip. He made something for the farmer, and he said that, I'm selling it for I make it for $2, I make it for $4. Sell it for $4. The sharks asked that, why you let's sell it for 7, 8, make profit. He said, no, but it's farmers. How can my work actually make profit from people like farmers? That's exactly the nature. See, he made a product. He said, I'm making decent 50% profit. I don't want 100, 200% profit. That's the nature, that you will be doing something now, not for profit, but for more of as a service. You will maintain your focus also on your professional excellence, and at the same time, you will see that when it comes to your higher learning, your wisdom, you will be in that position to even learn at this point of time. You are in such a nice time for you. I'm so not lucky that I am not Libra like you. Beautiful. You are going to solidify in your industry. That standing in your industry will be like so solid that people will say that, if we connect you to this kind of a work or this kind of a karma, only you can do it. That is the nature of this transit for you. While the nature of the transit can be this, but Jupiter's transit is not complete unless and until the transits are analyzed in a very right way. If transits are not analyzed in the right way, you will see that it is not a great transit. With this aspects, sorry, aspects are not transits. I think too much of confusion in my head because so many things I want to tell you. This fifth aspect of Jupiter will be in the second house for you. This is the house of income, house of accumulated wealth. Now, this is where you will secure your financial resources. And because those people who are in sales, marketing, those people who are always on conversation, always dealing with public, like you have to speak, they have to convince. This time your mouth will be like your honey will be dripping out of your mouth. That's the nature of this place. With Jupiter aspecting the second house, this is the time that creativity, you will use a lot of creativity aspects for your karma so that you can accumulate wealth and gain wealth. See, this is the fifth aspect from the 10th house, which means that this is the house of creativity for the 10th house. That means you will, from the creative ventures, you'll be able to make more monetary benefits, and the money will be Jupiter will expand your bank balance. It will expand the value system for you. Your values are going to be more righteous at this point of time. Second house is values, second house is money, second house is speech. Your speech will be more wisdom, like you will be speaking wisdom, speaking sense, speaking intelligence. That's the way it is nice. It is looking with the seventh aspect on the 10th house, no? Seventh aspect on the fourth house. This is the house that is related to that harmony and peace that you need to survive. This is the relaxation that you do after you do a karma. This is the social emotional security that you have, your home environment, your family stability, the place where you come and say, yes, I feel now relaxed. That is where Jupiter is putting an aspect, but it is a debilitated aspect. Now let's understand this aspect very, very clearly. While Jupiter is a benefic planet, it will bring a lot of harmony. But when it comes to the nature of this house, this is the house that is related to construction, buying of vehicles and stuff. There may be sometimes, because the energy is debilitated of Jupiter, there may be sometimes lack of wisdom in these areas. Like when you're doing any construction, you may do some hire some wrong contractors. When you're doing something, greed, sometimes because of greed, that, oh, is this person is doing cheaper, let me handle this, and then you can have some losses sometimes. Because of this Jupiter aspecting on your with the seventh aspect on the fourth house, you may see that general misunderstandings related to your family, like from your family, from your extended family, can be seen, and you need to monitor and administer this time very, very precisely. And with Jupiter looking at the in the sixth house with the ninth aspect is the blessing, because here your debts go down. This is the time that sometimes our home is at stake, our house is at stake. We are not able to save the house, we are getting into bankruptcy, and houses in foreclosure kind of stuff. You will see that this Jupiter looking at the sixth house is going to save that house for you. Sometimes bring some monetary or some different terms of monetary growth that you are supposed to save on something very big. You will win very big disputes. There has been a lot of problem going on in the workplace that have been troubling you constantly. This Jupiter comes and helps you in that place also. And the wisdom and grace that it puts on your sixth house will make your enemies also your friends. That is the beauty of this time. And because increase of money, so debt will go down. Jupiter always enhances the positive qualities and not the negative qualities of a house. So please keep that into your mind. Okay. Now you need to subscribe. Otherwise, you know what? The sixth house enemies, enemies will keep coming. Huh? You have to keep subscribing. So keep subscribe and share this video with a lot of people so that they can also understand. WhatsApp groups are there, and so like let people understand how their life is going to change, and they're not missing out any opportunity. And in the comment or in the description section, I have put a WhatsApp link for groups. Basically what I have done is that I've made a group so that people can do research on astrology. They can ask few questions where I can participate whenever I have time, but no chart reading. Like, don't put a chart and say what do I do. No, specific for certain topics. That's what it is. So you can join there, and I will see you there as well. All the very best, and have a great, powerful, wonderful, transformative time. Moving on to Scorpio. Now, for Scorpio people, we will see the ninth house, the most important place of dharma, is where Jupiter is coming. And Jupiter is the significator of the ninth house. So here, this is gurus. Guru is coming to the house of Guru. That means the wisdom will be at a very different level. Ma Saraswati is happy at you. with Jupiter being exalted in the ninth house. Great time for gaining wisdom, great time for learning about wisdom. And also, not only this, you will get a lot of help from your gurus, your mentors, your teachers. And this is the house of luck. Your luck, Jupiter, wherever it goes, it enhances that house. It will enhance your luck. Teachers and mentors is there, but this is a time for spiritual exploration also. Ninth house is the house of spirituality. So people have been mistaking spirituality and religious aspect of life. I have seen, and I generally talk to people, this is what my understanding is. If I'm wrong, please correct me. That people say I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm doing this chanting, I'm doing I've joined Art of Living, I have joined Isha Foundation, I have joined this organization, that organization, and whatever it is. And if you think that is spirituality, I am sorry, according in my understanding, that is stupidity. Spirituality is how you become an instrument of God in everyday life by doing some deeds where you're not expecting anything in return. What other people generally are doing is doing their religious. Oh, my guru told me to do this chanting of 108 times in the morning, and I have to do the sadhana, I have to do this. That is a religious belief that you're following. Moksha or liberation comes when you even do the tyag of dharma. Dharma has to be in tyag. Every moksha house is 12th from the dharma house, which means that dharma has to end for coming moksha to come. So spirituality really means that when you become an instrument, when you become a higher person in any other person's life who is changing their life without even them asking for you to change, that is spirituality. That is spirituality. That is in my dictionary, that is spirituality. And I feel, and I'm very confident, and I'm very adamant about it as well. So you tell me, what is your nature of spirituality? Do you agree with me, or do you think that once we go to temple every Tuesday and we do Hanuman Chalisa, that is spirituality? You guys, please clarify this. If there is any learned guru, spiritual teacher here who can bring you towards the religious practices that can make you liberated, I want to know how. Okay. Anyways, you may find yourself drawn to like mentors, gurus who profoundly influence for your personal dharma. Like, see, when it comes to gurus, they are here to give you knowledge so that you can use that knowledge to do good. And once you do good, automatically that is spirituality. So this is the time that when you will find your mentors, gurus, teachers to help you. And luck, ninth house is the house of luck. Luck is on your side with Jupiter in the ninth house. When it comes to fortune, the house of fortune, you will see that you know things which were not happening, like things which were midway, it ended, nothing was going on. You started something but could not continue, like an education. As a simple way, you started an education but could not continue because of certain reasons. This is a time of completion. And with luck on your side, your obstacles will melt away, like how ice cream melts. That's how it's beautiful time for you. Generally, this is the time to align your karmic pattern with some higher knowledge. Look at Jupiter's houses, second house values. Jupiter is also fifth house lord. That is a lot of gains. Second house is family values, the values that you have learned in through through evolution from your childhood. Second house accumulates everything. Fifth house accumulates the value that you have, the purva punya of the past lives. And this is the spiritual merits of this life, the ninth house. So this is the time that your spiritual merits are going to manifest for you. So good news. This transit is particularly very favorable for those people who are thinking of publishing new things, who are thinking of legal matters are troubling them, so do get judicial closure. This is a very great time. And also, when it comes to teaching, teachers, mentors, motivators, some people who are into the field of education or administration, suitable and great time for you. Financial experts, those people who are those people who are managing other people's money, those people who are working in hedge fund, stock market, share market, those people who are working in sales and marketing, second house lord, these are the qualities of Jupiter that will enhance in your chart. And because the ninth house is the house of long distance travel, there can be possibility that you're doing long distance travel. You will see that the perspective will change. You will try to learn some new culture, new religion, new language. See, this is the time that your cultural perspective will broaden. You will try to accept different cultures, good teachings also. in your life. And you will see the perspective of your thinking, of your ideology will change at this point of time, and that will bring lot of clarity for evolution, for going forward, for becoming something very powerful. Very nice, very nice. Relationship with your father also becomes very great at this point of time, so you are doing really, really powerful here. The aspects are very important, right? We cannot go to this Jupiter unless and until aspects are in our favor. With this Jupiter aspect is on the Lagna, that means there will be a complete change in your mindset, in your attitude, in the way you look, in the way your confidence, in the way your vitality or personal magnetism is. You will see lot of attraction coming from the other sides of the world. You will see, oh my god, I never expected that people will take my words, my wisdom so seriously, and you will be acknowledged. The acknowledgement will be there. Your health, yourself, you will be motivated in a simple way with the fifth aspect of Jupiter on the first, and you will become extra creative. Super time. Then Jupiter is looking at the third division, the third house for you, house of your courage. Now this actually influences your professional, risk taking ability. Sometimes we are very like cats, we are sitting somewhere, we don't want to, we suddenly get very distracted or very challenged, and we are not taking any big risk. This is the time to take big risk. Here your professional outreach and courage will become too, it will expand. Your courage will be beyond what you imagined. Kind of courage that you will show is that you will not being able to talk to your mentor or your bosses or your teacher that I want this, I want that, I want my boss to say, what is my growth plan. This is the time that you will say, okay, tell me what is my growth plan. If not, I will leave this organization. That's the kind of courage, because you are here to expand your horizons. For that, you will remove all the obstacles from your life. And the same way, when we look at the ninth aspect of Jupiter on the fifth house, this is the most auspicious aspect of Jupiter. And this fifth house is the house of offspring, those who are trying for children, those who are trying for new startups, those who are trying for romance, those who are trying for finding some spiritual connection or soulmates. This time becomes a very powerful time. And this fifth house will bring lot of auspicious relation, even in education, creative projects. And sometimes this is the house of deep emotional fulfillment, the fifth house. So you become really happy about something. Children, love, education, skills, luck, we can say health problems that are faced for stars. There is one problem, it can make you feel bloated. It may make you feel a little bit of more of what do you call, there's a pet bolte na, it's like indigestion and too much of weight gain. Also sometimes tummy gain can happen. So Jupiter is doing expansion, so it will do expansion in every area, because you're looking at the ascendant and the fifth house. So there's a common factor about the first and the ninth aspect. It is going to give you weight gain. So try to maintain your food habits, because it is a lot of the second house, that is food intake. And when Jupiter goes to the ninth house, you enjoy fruits of your life. So just make sure that you are sort of considerate about eating nicely. Okay. Now, another important thing is that I have been seeing that Sagittarius is in very less people. I know many of them you have subscribed, but very less people have still hit that red button down there. What is the problem? Like, I want to know, is it expensive or is it some money is being charged? I want to know what is happening here. So at least help, man. Jupiter is doing such night transit and you're not doing transit for me. So please do this. So much of hard work I put. If you don't feel कि ऐसा नहीं है तो फिर don't do it. But I'm just asking, genuinely requesting. Secondly, many of you have done. Thank you so much. I bow down to you. Other thing is that I've created a small WhatsApp group, because I've been seeing that a lot of questions are unanswered. Sometimes, because comments are there in thousands, and how can I be so active? So I think when learned people of the same skill level will join, so there is a lot of things to explore. So you can join. There is no chart reading there, but there is just wisdom exchange and understanding planetary placements and positions. So all the best. And thank you. I will see you in the next video. The WhatsApp group is in the description below as well, so you can go there and join. Let's move to the own sign of Jupiter, that is Sagittarius. The most happy things that is going to happen to Sagittarius people is Jupiter becoming exalted. Now, generally, in the 8th house, planets do not give very good results, especially benefic planets like Jupiter, like Mercury. But here, understand the depth of this exaltation. It's not only getting exalted in the 8th house, but it is going to be going into the nakshatra of Pushya, which is a very auspicious nakshatra where it gets exalted. The reason happens is how it gets exalted. And because in the Kendra, that means in the trine, sorry, in the quadrant, right now we have this fourth house where we see Saturn. This Jupiter is going to put the aspect on Saturn, the ninth aspect. So you are going to get so much of relief when it comes to that heaviness, that challenges that you have been facing, either in your career, either in daily work and routine, either in your personality, also in an overall level. A lot of comfort is coming. While this is your Lagna Lord, going to the 8,000, getting exalted, will bring you massive transformative experiences, not only on your not only in the attitude and self, but also bodily. Also, when it comes to your vitals, also when it comes to enhancing or increasing the ability to, you know, the ability of your longevity. You are going to be feeling much better when it comes to health as well. Beautiful. I have a Jupiter inheritedly, like from natal placement in my 8,000. I really see that this is one of the best placements of Jupiter. This kind of Jupiter helps you not only when it comes to what you call your intuition, but also when it comes to research, when it comes to analytical work. Those people who are really working in finance industry, especially those who are in accounting, finance, taxation, insurance, you will see massive success during this time when Jupiter is exalted, from 2nd of June till 31st of October. But again, it will become retrograde, then it will go to Leo, then it will become retrograde, then again it will come to Cancer. So there are a lot of great things to experience at this point of time. Now, let's understand one more important thing. With Jupiter in the eighth house, those who have been waiting for a very long time for financial gains, either from from the personal finances or family side, or either something to do with property, you will see great progress at this point of time. In fact, this is a profound time for those people who are struggling with depression, anxiety, fear. Jupiter comes in and removes that fear, because it is the time for psychological healing. And if you go to the beginning of the video, I've discussed about how Jupiter has the ability of forgiving. Same way, you will also have the ability with this eighth house to shedding the old. You know how a snake removes the skin, gets a new one? This is that time that you remove your old clothes, remove your old skin, and move to a very new pattern of life. While this transit is it is also involving a lot of psychological changes, like a lot of psychological understanding changes for your life pattern. You may really restrict, or we can say you may really want to be in a place where you say that enough is enough, kind of a situation. This transit says that it will restore a lot of things in your life, that confidence back in your life. It will reclaim your power from the past traumas, like that traumas will now become an stepping stone for you, that you will overcome those things. So it's a very deep and nice transit that you're going to be happening in your. So it's not only surface level, it's very depth of your body, of your mind, and of your soul. Now, one more important thing that you will see here, that those people who have been always trying to do things related to strategy building, those who are trying to do research, those who are doing PhD, those who are doing medical research, those who are doing almost a lot of behind the scenes work, you will see that your strategic involvement or strategic experience or precision will help you for this beautiful professional setup also of your life. It's actually the time that hidden things or sudden things will bring a lot of happiness to you, lot of fulfillment. Now, when we talk about Jupiter, it is not only the placement, the aspects also make a very big difference. With the placement, the diseases, the fear, any journeys that you're taking, enemies that have been, enemies now will be strategically solved through communication with the enemies. You will be able to now solve a lot of things, end a lot of things in your life. And when it comes to sorrow, bad habits, there's a very important factor of the eighth house. Eighth house is also called the Mrityu Bhava, or called the house of endings. Now, that is not the Mrityu of Deha, that means not the Dihant, that is not dying, but it means Mrityu, like ending of lot of bad habits. So, if smoking, drinking, and all these elements of your life uh, have been creating challenges for you or trouble for you, then at this point of time, you may be getting that willpower, that strong willpower, that urge to now transform your life into a better, healthy one. So, this is a very nice time. One problem with the 8,000, I'm sorry to say, but it is what it is. Every planet has negatives and positives both. So, negative is that because Jupiter is a planet of expansion, it is the fourth as well as the ascendant, not in the sixth house. This is the time that, you also, this is the house of your in laws, this is the house of your secret partner other than a spouse. Now, here sometimes you may keep some secrets from your spouse. There may be possibility that you may, get too involved into other extramarital affairs, etc. My suggestion is that, this is the house of sin as well. Papa, sin. What kind of bad karmas do we accumulate? Here, see, this is the house, ninth house is the house of luck, and 12th from the ninth is the sin. It is the uh, house of your losses, of your luck. So we don't want to accumulate sin because Jupiter has the energy is energy. It has the ability to expand things. So it will expand wrong things also. So careful. Now, Jupiter's aspect, which are very, very awesome. Before coming to the aspects, I have one complaint from Sagittarius. I have one very important complaint. So, what happened is that now I have a very nice social media team. They tell me who is doing. So, you come on number three, by the way, of not people subscribing. So, I don't know what is wrong. If it is expensive for you to subscribe, so ask me what money you want. I will give you. But this small button getting you click and my channel also grows and effort ka some value also get. And those people who have subscribed, thank you so much. You are so nice and kind. Learn from your people who have subscribed. इसे बोलना पड़ता है. You have to keep asking rather than it's automatically you should do that. No, Akash, come on, grow more, do more videos, do more this. Then I will be motivated. And I want to do more and more. Now you are the people who have to motivate me. Okay, I will do so many videos. I will try to explain you so many astrological concepts that I know. Actually, I just know 5% of astrology. It's such a big ocean, but yes, whatever I know, I will explain. Anyways, now coming to the aspects. The aspect is on the 12th house, which is the house that encourages you to foreign travel, foreign settlement. Those who are struggling in foreign countries related to their, their life, their creativity, no jobs, monetary problems, you will start seeing a lot of progress there. And in fact, not only that, but because of fifth aspect of Jupiter, the 12th house of expenses, your expenses are more going to be on the charitable acts, spiritual retreats. In fact, this is the time of exploring a lot of spirituality, like getting into the hidden aspects of spirituality and understanding more and more things that can lead to a very, what do you say, like out of a mysterious thing, now a known thing. Like let meditation or let solitude not be very mysterious. Let it be very meaningful at this point of time. That is the nature of Jupiter's fifth aspect on the 12th house. The aspect is going on the second house. That's a debilitated aspect. Now it will generally enhance your family life, your material wealth, but sometimes at this point of time it is important for you to not make very non-judgmental um, investments sometimes, especially when it comes to, you know partnerships. See, this Jupiter is the lord of the Lagna and the, what do you say, and the fourth house. When it comes to, sometimes we buy real estate in some partnership, we buy some business in some partnership, we want to do something. Okay, you also put money. This is the time where you should be a little bit extra cautious and do your research first, because eighth house Jupiter tells you to understand the pros and cons before you make any decision related to finance. Financial life will be good, not that bad that we are in worse situation, what will happen, not nothing like that, but we want to be more vigilant before making any financial commitments. It is good time for incoming, not good time for outgoing. That's my suggestion. And also because Jupiter is going to look at the fourth house for you, which is the house of real estate, which is the house of, home, the place where you stay. It is also targeting about the nurturing abilities of this grace of Venus putting on its own sign, and Saturn is present there, which is which might have been creating a little bit of delays when it comes to property related investments, when it comes to career, because it is looking at the 10th house. Saturn will get ease and the guidance of Guru, Brahaspati, Jupiter, so that it takes the righteous actions. And because Brahaspati is in Atichari movement, there is no way that Saturn can say, I am sitting on it. It has to work very hard, because whoever will come in the aspect of Jupiter will also have to work hard and fast, like how Jupiter is supposed to be. So this is the time that your expansion related to your home, your vehicles, your emotional well-being, your health. In fact, we say those people who are suffering from heart disease. This is one problem. Those people are suffering from cholesterol. This is a bad time for you. I have this placement, I know. What happens when Jupiter comes here? Generally, Jupiter expands, and this is the house of the arteries of the heart also. So, if arteries have cholesterol, it will expand. So, there is a possibility of getting stroke or getting heart attacks and whatnot. So, you need to be extra careful about your health, especially the heart health. That is the only biggest problem. If you have pneumonia, if you have chest related cough, cold, Jupiter is a planet of phlegm. So, it can create that water element going much more heavier and higher on your life. So, you want to be careful. Careful means very careful. Okay. Otherwise, very nice time. Only health wise, little bit of careful, because 8th house is also sudden things, right? So sudden health problems. But generally, a very nice placement. I wish you all the best, and I would request, please subscribe, so that I don't have to keep repeating. And there's a WhatsApp group that I've created for astrology research and development, and there is no chart reading there, only research. So if you want to show some interest into research, etc., then you can join the group. All the very best, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye. Let's now move to Capricorn. To Capricorn, this is the place, this is the chart where Jupiter rules the house of your short-term travel, as well as when we look at the 12th house, that is related to your foreign travel. So it's mostly a planet that gives you opportunities to go abroad. With Jupiter coming into the 7th house, which is the house of your relationships and partnerships, the focus is completely shifting from your health and all the other values to the house of your partnerships and relationships. Generally, when Jupiter comes here, it is going to be creating a lot of new opportunities for marriage. The most important factor of Jupiter, see, Jupiter is the significator of children, you know and to get children in the very orthodox way, we get married. In nowadays, there are possibilities that without marriage also kids are coming into action, but I'm just saying that generally the signification of Jupiter is to give you kids. With Jupiter coming to this beautiful division of the 7th house, it is going to improve your partnerships, marriages, even something to do with public relationships. This is also a very beautiful time to reconsider, or reconcile. Many people who have been going through a divorce, or they're going in mediation, or challenges related to that, it's time to reconcile, talk about coming back together. But beautiful time to also formalize commitments or deepen your existing relationship of business also, because Jupiter is significator of wealth. When it comes to 7th house, it means that from partnership there can be great wealth that can be achieved at this point of time. With this Jupiter, the only powerful and good news is that you will be able to attract or get along or get into contractual basis with very kind of ethical, as well as someone who has a visionary partners. Someone will not come and do wrong to you. In fact, they are going to come at this point of time and try to empower your mission. Both. That means, see, it's not like Jupiter is like in the 7th house. When it becomes exalted, it will be like they will come automatically, or they will just come out of the blue. It means that mostly your effort needs to be in these areas where you make great partners at this point of time. One very powerful thing here is that your ability to negotiate and conflicts, negotiate about conflicts, about contracts, about some kind of we can say agreements. This is the time that your diplomacy will be at a very higher level. See, Venus is a planet of diplomatic relationships, but same way, Jupiter also is a planet of diplomacy. So in this situation, you will find a way out. That is what I can say. Generally related to related to your seventh house, other areas that it actually rules is the sexual compatibility also. Like, sometimes we are married and everything, but intimacy is not that great. This is the time that intimacy also becomes very great. Seventh house is exactly, in this situation, the house that is related to victory in court cases or legal matters. There also this Jupiter comes and gives you the right wisdom for you to take the right steps, so that you can really make some powerful, what you say, win in your court cases, etc. Coming to this, see, generally, seventh house is considered partnership and relationship, but there is another very larger aspect to the seventh house, and that is the house related to tenth from the tenth. This house becomes the tenth from the tenth house of your status, your public recognition. Those people who have been waiting for some promotion, some big change in their designations, in their jobs, you will be able to see that between 2nd of June and 31st of October, while Jupiter is so fast, Atichari it is called, like in 5 months, it is changing a house where it used to take 1 year to do all this. Now, this means that all the things are going to come quickly to you, quickly getting into new collaborations, quickly getting into partnerships. Suddenly, you're not getting married for like almost 35 years. So, in 3 months, everything comes into play and you get married. So, generally, this becomes a very, very nice, powerful period for you to, see Jupiter giving the best results. Specifically, when it comes to even foreign country, foreign settlement, a lot of times you're not able to find your, like, buy a property there, because this seventh house is fourth from the fourth. This means home away from home. है ना? After mother, the spouse becomes the more nurturing one. Either male or female doesn't matter, but they carry out the duties what a mother should carry out. है ना? That's why this fourth house is the house of ultimate inner happiness. If good, good wife, good life, good marriage, good, what do you say, life. That is exactly the reason of the seventh house. Partnership and relationships are the most key factors, but also public recognitions. You being from no one to someone. Your designation, your pada means your status, is what gets improved when seventh house Jupiter gets exalted. Now, also, not only this, Jupiter's aspect are very, very crucial to be considered. If you don't consider Jupiter's aspect, then astrology is half. That's why when we look at this placement of Jupiter, Jupiter is now going to be aspecting on your 11th, on your first, and on your third house. That means from the house of desires, it is going to look at the fifth division, like with the fifth aspect on the 11th house of desires till the third house. So this is a desire. It's called Kama Trikona. Jupiter is creating a Kama Trikona, but with the spice of righteous behavior. So you will be able to achieve your goals, your gains. And when it comes to influential networks, financial gains, everything is what you're seeing. In fact, those who are in social media kind of field, those who are in doing social media work, or social circle, or even social service, you may see such massive powerful gains for you. And on top of that, because Jupiter is looking with the fifth aspect, there's a lot of creativity that your social peers will start noticing about you, which is going to make you very attractive. So obviously, lot of attraction for influential networks and gains. Social media, huh? See, I am working on social media. You should be the one who should give a lot of subscribe, hit the subscribe button for me, saying that, you know what, wow, our social media is going up, so let's help this person also. You're not doing anything, huh? Very bad. Those who are subscribed, thank you so much from my heart. But those who are just watching and going, no, the crow will bite you. Crow, it actually bites you sometimes. Crow. Anyways, the seventh aspect of Jupiter is on your ascendant, on Lagna. Now, this also becomes a very fascinating, very powerful kind of an aspect. It is a debilitated aspect. That means, uh, generally, our we used to have fun with by this debilitated aspect. It means that the sleeping prophet is getting up now. The sleeping prophet will get up, that what the hell happened, what happened suddenly. So this is a wake up, like this is the time that your personality, your attitude, yourself wakes up from a very long dream. And that's also very, very nice time, because your ability, your courage, your optimism, your personal authority gets such a surge of energy, and you're able to perform very much better. And the best ever aspect of Jupiter is the ninth aspect that goes on the third house of your communication, on your courage, on your leadership abilities, on, we can say, it gives you initiative power. It gives you power of initiation, that okay, I'm thinking something, but I want to apply it now. How do I get results out of it? This Jupiter looks there and gives you that ability to perform. So overall, your parakrama is very good. Your placement of Jupiter is going to bring you a lot of great success, and especially those who are thinking of some travel, foreign settlement, home away from home. In fact, peace, happiness in home away from home is coming. So we are so lucky to have this beautiful transit. All the very best. I wish you all the best, and I hope that the next thing that I hear from you is some good news related to you, because I have so many Capricorn people who come to me almost every month, every 2 months. I want to see some really, really great news related to your career progression. That is the most important thing I want to hear. I will see you in the next video. Do subscribe, and there is a WhatsApp group link in the description, which I have made so that those people who want to discuss about astrology, not chart reading. Like, you cannot put their charts. Any pointers about astrology, we can discuss there in detail. All the very best. Aquarius. Now, when we look at Aquarius, Jupiter here becomes the 11th house lord in the second house. That means the evolved nature of Saturn. See, Capricorn is the younger nature of Saturn. Aquarius is the evolved nature of Saturn. It is the nature of it is the zodiac that can hold Saturn as well, Rahu, both energy here. With this amazing placement, one very great thing that is happening is related to your workplace problem, your daily routines, your health, somewhere where your competitive environment, somewhere where debts have been troubling you constantly over the past 1.5 year. Now, actually, from 18th of May 2025, 14th of May, sorry, guys, what Jupiter transited. This time, you will get so much of abundant power to overcome losses, overcome competition, that it's going to be really, really, really blessing that is coming for you. 11th house lord, exactly eighth from itself in the sixth house, clearly indicates, see here, this is 11th house lord, Jupiter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eighth from itself, which is very clear that there is going to be some very big transformation coming in your social network. Some friends are going to be no longer your friends. Some people who have been taking you towards debt or bad things or bad company problems will go away from your life. And now, a more career focused, competitive focused, problem solving focused, what your ability will be coming to you. Not only that, this is a practical transit that rewards service, discipline, and efficiency. So you are going to turn into more of real ethical service, like where you are able to contribute to other people's life. Secondly, you will see that this is a time where you will get into a routine, like some routine that you want to follow. Your values that you have received as a child, as an adult, where you were told that how to take care of yourself, how to be in discipline. This time discipline gets a reward. Also, with sixth house being the house of obstacles and problems and challenges and health problems, you will find the intelligence as well as the stamina also. Sometimes we have intelligence, but we don't want to work, we are very lazy. The laziness will go, and you will see that in this situation you will be able to resolve very big and long standing problems, either that is related to reversal of your health problems. I am what pre-diabetic, now I want to change it. I will do it in 2 days. I will go to gym. No, this is the time that you say, now is the time. Now is when you need to think about it. Also, when you will see this kind of a placement, the politics that is happening in your workplace, the kind of ignorance that you're getting, because Jupiter is in the fifth. The fifth house is not bad for Jupiter. Very great placement. So there could be possibility of childbirth, getting pregnant, getting new jobs, job transformation. But now in that job transformation, we want to make a place of ourselves, that who are we, where do we stand. This is the time that Jupiter gives you that recognition, that your self respect is rewarded here. Work related challenges become so manageable, and your colleagues and your bosses, your superiors will come to you with actually a sense of respect. because they will love your the approach that you have in a very methodological way, because complex task and everything is supposed to be solved by you at this point of time. Jupiter gives you that wisdom, that extra energy. See, in the beginning of the video, if you go now, I have made a 10 minutes just to make you understand that what is the nature of Jupiter and why Jupiter in the house of an enemy sign becomes exalted. Unless and until you know the sacrifice and the higher self of Jupiter, you will not understand what I'm talking about. Then this is an opportunity kind of thing for you, that you have come to see what is happening in my life and going on. Then you don't have too much of faith in astrology. So try to understand the core principle, why it happened. Then you will see, oh, this is supposed to be done by me at this point of time so that I can gain the same way. It is also an excellent time for you to improve your physical health through now getting new habits. I told you there's going to be big transformation. You are going to go away from your old habits to some very new powerful habits, and they are going to bring a lot of happiness into your life. Health becomes very good. Your skills are now developing, where you can help other people in a selfless way, where you are doing service for this. The house, the reason of this house is service, so you do service for other people, serving others. And this kind of efforts that you put right now is sometimes, the effort that we have put now does not give result now. Maybe 20 years later, maybe 10 years later, maybe 5 years later, you will find that the foundation for your future's professional breakthrough is what you are creating now. The kind of respect, the kind of collaboration, the kind of help that you're going to do to other people will come back with tenfolds. This time, your ability to, you know, face an opposition or tackle an opposition or someone who's trying to target you is at the best level, and people will be applauding you for such kind of things. So it's a beautiful transit. Now, sixth house is also the house of diseases, like critical illness. Like Jupiter's planet is expansion. Here, if you have been ignoring some medical advice, some medical medicines, etc., this is the time that you need to really become very serious, because this Jupiter is telling you that you can reverse your problems. So sometimes, even for short term, if medical intervention is required for you to feel healthy, you should think about it. When we talk about Jupiter's transit, the transit is not complete unless and until the aspects are clearly discussed. If aspects are not clearly discussed, that means that this Jupiter is not going to give you, you're not understanding the point of Jupiter. Jupiter's aspects are more powerful. Like Jupiter aspects are blessings, Saturn's aspects are killing. That happens. Now, with Jupiter in the sixth house and aspecting your 10th house, it automatically, with the fifth aspect, your creativity level at your workplace is at highest peak. And that's why in this situation, recognition, career advancement, ethical behavior, ethical conduct awards, and when it comes to power, rank, dignity, everything enhances, everything expands for you. Those who are not having a job, see, this period comes and you will be in so much of responsibility that you will say, my god, that was a time of peace. Now I'm in so much of, what you say, daily stress and routine of work, which is good news. So good news is coming for those people who do not have a job, those especially who are in foreign countries and who were facing a lot of challenges related to their goal completion, related to their we can say gains, because of the aspect, seventh aspect on the 12th house. Spiritual investments that you have been trying to put about your sadhana, about the kind of prayers that you're doing, is going to get answered. On top of that, foreign dealings, foreign associations, and progress in foreign countries is seen at this point of time at a very, very nice level. So you are going to be doing very good in that aspect also. And because it is in the sixth house, which is the main important house of debt accumulation, accumulated debt will start going down, and accumulated wealth will start increasing because of the ninth, the aspect of blessings on the second house of money, finance, bank balance, wealth, your speech. You will be able to, with your speech, with this power of the wisdom of your speech, with the power of your the way you will negotiate with people, will be so awesome that your finances will get stabilized, as well as your family life, your monitor, your bank balance start showing everything green, everything up. Very powerful placement, very nice placement. I know it's a dushtana. There are few challenges like Jupiter gives bloating, problem to liver, sometimes waterborne disease like jaundice, typhoid. So you need to be very careful about your eating habits. Look at the Jupiter, Lord of the second house, eating habits, going to the sixth house of diseases. So it is swaha dosha. Swaha dosha means I will create problem for myself in my own way. It is not going to be any other person creating a problem for me. So your eating habits have to become much sattvic. That means try to avoid any kind of more spice, more roadside, what you call like street food. Try to be as hygienic at this point, because Jupiter causes problem of liver, hepatitis, jaundice, or everything is Jupiter related. So if a planet is good, it has a little bit of bad qualities also, which we should never ever ignore. And since I have seen that you guys are ignoring, and many of very less, like many have subscribed, but many less have not very less have subscribed. Very many of them just come, watch, and go. So Jupiter is watching, huh? I am not watching. Jupiter is watching now. You see your 12th house, it is looking there. So you need to make sure that you help me in my professional endeavor also. I am trying to make so many videos for you guys. Thoda to return me, I should get some motivation, man. All those who have done, thank you so much. All good. But those who are not doing, I don't know what is the reason, how much money they are asking to subscribe. It is all free, man. Do na. Okay. All the very best. Have a great and a beautiful time. In the link in the description below, I have put a WhatsApp group link. If you want have interest in astrology, want to learn about astrology, this, that, whatnot, then this is the time. This is the group. It's not a chart reading group. You cannot come and say this is my chart. It's more about research. All the best. Pisces. For all the Pisces people, we are so happy and so lucky that your ascendant Lord is coming to the fifth house in an exalted manner. That means in the house of Purva Punya, in the house of previous lives accumulated wealth, previous lives accumulated karma. Or actually, this fifth house, don't take it on previous lives only. So I'm sorry, I want to put it in this way. This is also just yesterday what you did is what this house restores. And if it is good karma, it will cancel a negative karma. If it is bad karma, it goes here in the ninth house, and it resides there for a time, unless and until you do a good karma and your bank of the good karmas goes up, then only the bad karmas start declining. But generally, because it is exalted, it is a very big deal for you guys, right? My ascended Lord, that means my planet who gives me everything in life, is going to the fifth house and becoming exalted, which is like a blessing. It will spark intense creativity, in fact intellectual brilliance at this point of time. And because Jupiter is the planet of significator of kids, children, we will see that romantic joy will also come. See, Brahma and Jupiter are very connected. Jupiter is the grandson of Brahma himself. And Moon is also grandson of Brahma. There are only two coming directly from the lineage of Brahma. Not even Shukra. Shukra is the son of Brigu. है ना, उसके ऊपर भी there are people. But when it comes to Brahma's Saptarishi is the one mind born son of Brahma, Jupiter, and what do you call Moon are the ones. This is the house of Moon only where Jupiter is going. And fifth house is the house of creation, something that you create. It is the house of Mahalakshmi also, where it's something that helps you, what do you call, enjoy the fruits of your life, wealth. And this is a very auspicious placement for romantic joy. And what happens after romantic joy? Tell me. You are in very nice romance joy like this, and suddenly your hand becomes like this, baby, 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 baby. So this is a very auspicious time for those who are trying to conceive. Anyone who is trying to conceive naturally, IVF doesn't matter, but this is a time of creation. Jupiter is here to expand your family, expand your life, bring more responsibilities to you. So conceive. And also those who are involved into education, those who are teachers, those who are gurus, those who are mentors, what a nice and a beautiful time for you, because you are going to be in such a state, such a place, that those who are, it depends on the age wise. If you're in the children category, your education will become suddenly very, very good. You will start seeing that oh, I never expected these kind of things to happen, that I'm suddenly becoming very good at maths, I'm clearing my exams. Good news. Then those people who are in the job area, those who are now looking for a job, then what happens here is that clearly the 10th house lord, that is Jupiter, has come exactly eighth from itself and becoming exalted, which means there is going to be a big major positive transformation in your career. Astrology does not work on placements only. It works on Bhavat Bhavam. It works on transit also. It works on Mahadasha Antardasha, the first layer. You have to also see that if I'm talking and it's making sense, only when Mahadasha Antardasha will be of Jupiter or Moon. Otherwise, whenever Jupiter and Moon will come in Pratyantardasha, Sukshma Dasha, Prana Dasha, that is where you will start feeling gains. But generally, this is placement of Jupiter from the 10th house of your what do you call, of your career. It's going to bring it from the 10th house, brings great and positive transformations in your career and growth in your career. That's why if you are in education field, teaching field, or if you're studying, everything is very good. Now this house is Mahalakshmi's house also, we cannot never forget this. And there comes speculative gains. We all love that. Okay, suddenly I got something, suddenly I gained something. I was seeing, and you can't even imagine, there is a lady in New York, she's a doctor, and on my YouTube there is a small donate link up there. Donate link that you can just click and donate on the main channel. She donated $200. Who donates $200, man, to anyone like me? She said, one of the video I saw, and you predicted something, I took at action, and it worked for me, and I got great financial gains. This is for you. Generosity. So this is the house of speculative gain. So suddenly I was like, oh, nice, I got some speculative gain. But she put a note there that you can help some people get some nice reading. So I already did that. Generally, this is the kind of generosity people have. And this is exactly what is going to happen with you. You are going to be on the other part of your good deeds that you have done in the past, is now supposed to convert and bring happiness to you, bring contentment to you. It's a very beautiful and nice placement of Jupiter, by the way. I'm so happy. Like, really, for two people, I'm very happy. Number one is for Cancer ascendant, because their Lagna is having, and for you, because it is coming into your fifth house. Very great. Scorpio, this becomes the ninth house, but for Scorpio there is still a little bit of challenge. But for you it is very good, and for Cancer it is very good. Your ability to learn as well as to teach becomes very amplified. That is great time for academic students, and also those people who are appearing for competitive exams. This Jupiter actually guides you to the right resources, right study material. That's why this is a great Jupiter. Also, you will see that more playful, more inspired, more happy, like that sad feeling is going to go away. More happy, whether it is related to your current projects, the projects that are upcoming, any startups, anything that you want to conceive in your brain to start a new organization, or even to close down loss giving organizations and move into a new profitable venture. Is this period that we are going through, whether through hidden connections, hobbies, projects, whatever you want to see, you will experience a self sense of complete fulfillment during this time. And your this entire period becomes very productive, especially for those who are in Bollywood industry, media industry, Hollywood industry, those who are in creativity, those who are graphic designers, those who are videographers, those who are actors, those who are singers. What a beautiful time for you. And generally, why? Because this is the fifth house, that is exactly sixth from the 12th house, which means that the work that you do in hidden space, the work that you do behind the scenes, and this really opens a lot of doors for you. I was in working in media industry in Bollywood for almost 23 years. So I completely came out of it. If I was Pisces ascendant, this would have been a very great time for me to accomplish some very great name and fame. But abhi to I am in a different field only altogether. So still, very great placement of Jupiter in the fifth house, related to children, love, education, your skills, and especially speculative gains. Now, this Jupiter is a planet that is the most pious planet. So it is also associated with mantra chanting. Fifth house is mantra chanting, dharma, mantra. So those who are doing the mantra chanting of Jupiter, either the Bij mantra, either Om Guruve Namaha, or either the Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, or those who are even taking up spiritual scriptures like the Bible, like the Quran, like the Bhagavad Gita, like the Vedas, and you're just picking up and reading, it will bring much more knowledge and wisdom to you. So that is kind of a remedy. Mantra chanting is the remedy at this point of time. With this Jupiter, we cannot forget. We see with Jupiter and with Saturn and with Mars, unless and until their aspects are also monitored, you will not see real success. Aspects has to be there. They have to be seen. Here, the fifth aspect of Jupiter goes on the ninth house for you. And this house grants you that wisdom, that support from your mentors, your bosses, your teachers, your guru, your father, everywhere. And what more than you need, it is the house of blessing, where the fifth aspect of Jupiter's fifth aspect is going on the house of your blessings. So generally, anything that you want to conceive, either a child, either a new opportunity, either a new business, either a new service, either a new venture, it is supposed to bring you real gains, real luck. So how beautiful this aspect is. In fact, this also makes a bridge between the fifth and the ninth house, between the Purva Punya and the Punyas of this life. Sometimes, we make mistakes. Sometimes even the universe has a little bit of sometimes neglecting things. So if universe has neglected your past deeds and you've not got results of your past karmas, then this is the time that without fail you are getting something very positive. And Jupiter is so atichari from 2nd of June till 31st of October. It will be so fast. This is the best period for you. Best. Another aspect is on the 11th house. Now, this is the aspect for social name and fame. But we have to be very careful. See, everything that has a positive side has a negative side. Jupiter is putting a debilitated aspect on the 11th house, which is the house of gains. Sometimes, in the Hindi or Muhavara, in Hindi, we have a small quote that we say, Hath aya muh na laga. That means you will get something, but you will not be able to enjoy it. And that is the reason here. Do not get into very kind of, illusion that your friends or etc will try to say that let's invest somewhere, let's do this, you give me this much money, I will give you back. Try to be careful from your social, so in fact try to be careful of social fraud also at this point of time, that click this link, you have won something, you have done. Try to be as careful as you can, because this is a problem. But here, on the positive side, it will trigger the realization of your biggest goals and desires, and also bring in front of you the weakness that you have. Sometimes we are trying to do something, everything, but there is a weakness which we are not working on, and that is the barrier for us. This is the time of revelation. You will get, it will be revealed that okay, this is the problem, that is why you're not able to reach this place and that place. So this is what we will see. And see, this is also the house of social media. Those who are in social media will get law of expansion. But this is a problem with Pisces people, that you want everything, but when it comes to the person who's telling you good things, you don't want to give that subscribe. Many of you have done, I've seen. Very nice. Thank you. Dandavat pranam, and thank you. I touch your feet also for this. But many are not doing nothing. It's not even costing you anything. Like, this is the most क्या बोलते हैं ना वो troublesome thing, that I'm doing something. Acha, I'm not even saying that give something, you just subscribe. So that the only thing that happens here is that I will tell you, it brings the videos up. And once it brings the videos up, then you share it, when you subscribe, when you, I think there is new thing called do something like there is some term. I'm very socially very illiterate. I don't even know how to make the, what you call the is it called timestamps. I don't know all this. Then I don't give my YouTube access to anyone except me, myself, and my wife and Samantha. Only three people has access, so no one knows anything. So this is the time that you need to support me, okay? Thank you for subscribing. And on point of that, let's move toward the ninth aspect of Jupiter, that is on your personality, on yourself. This is the time that you revitalize your personality. Your vitals are again back in action. The laziness is gone, because you will see hope that I'm going to gain, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get this achievement done, this achievement done. That's why you are going to have a renewed focus on your physical well-being, on your mental happiness, even your attitude. Charismatic personality happens when this kind of a Jupiter looks at the lagna. Your personality becomes so charismatic, so attractive, that out of the blue people start admiring you. That's the nature of this transit of Jupiter that is going to happen on 2nd of June till 31st of October. Okay. All the very best. I hope that I could give you a little bit of clarity and a little bit of understanding about how this beautiful time is going to be, and hope to see you in the WhatsApp group that is created, and it's down there. I've posted the link where you can go and join WhatsApp group. And what we are going to do, no chart reading there. Don't come in the chart reading will happen. No, it is more of specific astrological research. Okay, if this is the problem in one person, are 10% facing that problem or no? That is exactly what we are understanding. Like if you're Pisces ascendant, you lost a job. Did other Pisces ascendant also lose? What was the Mahadasha Antardasha going on? You got a job. What was the combination that worked for you, which can help other people? So we are here to create awareness and service. Okay. All the very best. Till we meet again, I would like to thank you for being with me. I'm just kidding about the subscribe part. It is up to you, man. Doesn't matter. God will look at it. And till the time we meet again, I would like to say Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman, Jai Mata Di, Jai Ma Lakshmi, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.